Hello collective, welcome back to the channel. I hope all is well with you. The time is just shortly after 6 p.m. PST time. It's March 5th, 2025. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Oh, please and thank you. All right. In the central energy for the collective, we got the Ten of Cups in the reversed. So somebody's got shattered dreams. They're a disconnection from harmony, domestic harmony. There could be a broken family or a struggling relationship here. In the challenge position, please, Spirit. We've got the Eight of Cups in the upright. So again, there's a disappointment. So there's walking away. There's a challenge. So shattered dreams, abandonment. Like this could be abandonment. In the subconscious, please, Spirit. Justice. So justice is being served here. The law of cause and effect. Equality or the balance is being restored. Fairness. In the recent past, please, Spirit. We've got judgment. So judgment has been called. And it looks like some folks or somebody or someone's, plural, is being kicked out of the family. This is the foundation, the familial foundation, and they're getting kicked out of the house, getting kicked off the land. The back is being turned, you know, as they would say in the indigenous culture. If somebody's been behaving very, very badly and nothing can be done with it, then eventually you just have to turn your back on them. And it looks like that's what's happening. Intentions and expectations, please, Spirit, with the Judgment card. So, Judgment. We've got Page of Swords. Restless mental energy. And then we've got the King of Cups, emotionally balanced. So, it could be that there's the youngers who perhaps were misled, are attempting to find new ways of communicating with the actual divine masculine. Looks like they've been kicked out of the concept of togetherness. There could be fear here. In the near future, we've got the Three of Cups here. So there's celebration. It could be you know, amongst people within the community. This could be your team here. You've got the Nine of Wands also. So your boundaries are secure. This is the last stand. It could be that you are very resilient here with your boundaries, and that is a happy thing. The lens it's being looked through, you're very strong. And you're nearing the completion of this. Yeah, you got the King of Swords here. So there's clarity and truth. Yep, and he's there. Discipline, and authority. In the environment, please, Spirit. Somebody is having a nightmare. Somebody's in a nightmare. Despair. Hopes and fears, please, Spirit. We've got the Nine of Cups, so it's a wish come true. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here, a working parent or providing financially. And we've got the Seven of Cups here, illusions. So, you know, somebody was hoping for a wish come true, maybe that the mother figure or a working parent would provide financially, but maybe that was just an illusion. They're in a nightmare. They didn't see that they were not going to be able to get the wish come true that belonged to this Queen of Pentacles. It was just a fantasy. They're hopeless. They thought that they were going to, be able to control the wealth of this Divine Feminine. And the outcome, please, Spirit. The Magician. So there's some manifestation going on. Somebody's a very strong manifester. And we've got excitement and freedom. Excitement and freedom. Page of Wands. So you're inspired. You've got limitless potential. Could be excited for some discovery. And those who were... so the other day, the message was, vengeance is in the history. So some people are, it looks like, are going to be, because of their history, they're going to be suffering this Five of Pentacles here. And there is, and they're bound away from these unions, so they're not going to be able to get a union. And because they were betraying the Star and the Sun, you know, those light-bearing people, they betrayed them. So they're not going to be able to take part in any of the good stuff because their courage is letting them go, releasing them. All these betrayers of those shining beings, they're going away. So you persevered through this, and while you were doing that, you built up some skills, and it could be that you're wielding this, you know, sword regarding your wealth, because this devil is here, right? But the devil is having a painful ending because you're coming into your Ten of Pentacles here, and you got your sword raised. It's like, look, you're defending your beliefs. It's like, this is the way that it is. And not only that, this is your stuff. This is your work. This is your work and your reward. And these ones were here trying to take it from you. And they're still here trying to get new love because, you know, it requires a relationship. But it could just be that that's a completion of them doing that, trying to get, take part in your benefit, with using love as a weapon, right? No more using love as a freaking weapon just to steal from people who actually care about you. It's freaking over. Let's use these ones. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline are we at with the collective, please, Spirit? Where are we at in this shift that's going on for the collective? What's happening here, please, Spirit? So we've got folks that were causing a hardship for the stars and the suns, and they have now been disconnected from the opportunity to take part in domestic bliss, total love and support, because they were all about causing struggling relationships. They were all about wham bam, thank you ma'am, drain the bank account and leave you stranded, right? It was all about fun and games, fun and games. So they're being disconnected because there's a misalignment of values. They're not about, you know, partnership and raising a family, raising children that can be the best that they can be when they arrive at adulthood. They just weren't into it. They weren't into it. They didn't want it. Ancestors. So it could be that you have some ancestry that is being disconnected. You're disconnected from this ancestry. So it's like there was twisted businessmen. So many families, it appears, got into this twisted, incoherent idea of wealth making and what it meant to be successful. And they thought that betraying love was the way to do it. So they're challenged because they're getting left behind. It's like, you're out of here. You're out of here, man. You're not going to take part in this new family tree. It's like the Most High said, okay, you're divorced out of that. No more are they part of your family. No more will they be able to cause you struggle in life. These are very jealous, evil people who wanted to destroy you because, why? Because of their unhappiness, whatever. It was seen. It was seen. Everything they did was seen, and they're wanting to escape, right? They're being abandoned because everything that they did has been observed. It was all seen. And so justice is being served. They're being cut out of family. Your family. Yeah, explorer. This could be a time-traveling explorer. These are not, they're imposters. They're imposter parasites. So the law of cause and effect is happening with this explorer. We've got judgment here in the recent past. And perfection. A new phase. A new phase. So there's a page of swords here, right? They're spinning in the head. They're trying to figure out a new way of communicating. They're here with the King of Cups. He's emotionally balanced. It could be that they're trying to talk about what happened, like why, you know, this ancestry, who, what, when, how, why. Justice. There's justice here. There's a celebration because you have resilient boundaries. You're very courageous. Your faith was tested. Whoops. And we've got promise in the reverse. So your faith was tested. It could be that somebody broke their promise. Somebody broke their promise, but you are very resilient within your boundaries, and there's a celebration for that. King of Swords here. Clarity about the truth. Survive. So he survived. Nine of Swords in the environment. Somebody's in trauma and despair over that, it looks like, over love. Someone's having nightmares about love, about your love. That's a man and a woman on that card. So it could be they're in a nightmare because the true divine unions are coming together that are actually based in love and there's no more betraying it. Like, it's not allowed. You know, they are in fear, perhaps, of a wish come true for this Queen of Pentacles and all of these beautiful opportunities that are coming in. Or they could be, yeah, they're afraid of it. They're not afraid of it. They're just they're in despair over it. They wanted it. They wanted all of your opportunities. They were daydreaming about all of your opportunities. All of this, your 9 of Cups here, that belongs to this Divine Feminine. We've got the Magician, exercising their willpower, manifesting some changes. Time. It's time for the Sovereign Being. It's time for the Sovereign Beings to manifest, or to take their rightful place here. And I think that's what all this fighting was about. They didn't want the wealth to go back to the mother. This misogynist, narcissistic, dominator, tyrant type of a whatever that was training these youngers to behave in this manner. Like, they were trying to keep the wealth from going back into the sovereign divine feminine here. It belongs to her. The wealth comes from her. She's the one that creates life, that grows life within her. Nobody else can grow life within themselves. These masculines can't do that. They can't create life within their own vessel. And for these misogynist narcissists, they have to have the sexual energy of the feminine in order to even make their magic work. It requires the energy of the feminine. So there's forgiveness for your faith. There's forgiveness for the divine feminine, because she was driven, or, you know, you can take the genders as it resonates, but she was being driven into addictions or into habitual patterns or practices that she would never have chosen for herself. Because somebody wanted her status of privilege. But this is where she's coming into, right? Because her purpose is for this evermore union. But these misogynist narcissists, they were defiling, degrading, sexual slavery, and then they were having orgies. They'd harvest the energy and then go have orgies and then come and dump that magic back onto her to make her seem like she was unworthy of this. Is what they were doing to all of you, all of us. You know, they were looking they were being creative, or so they thought, about a disconnect of the arcana divine feminine. But because they did, perhaps they are getting disconnected now. A whole tribe wanted to be you, and they're just not. They're frauds. They're not this sovereign being that is you. And these vain people were driving the actual true divine feminine for entertainment. They found it funny. They're just vain, right? You'll never be us. But guess what? Prophecy is here, and you are expected to fill that chair, divine feminine, and you will. You are. The message is out. The important message is coming about all the work that was done in your home. And there's a change here because you were able to preserve yourself. You didn't die. You know why? Because you're innocent, and attention is brought to that. These ones just wanted they wanted the things that belong to those who shine. And I've heard this curator of vital force and energy say that he needed the merchandise of the earth angels. This is what it's all about. They wanted the merchandise belonging to the earth angels, the sovereign divine feminine and masculine. But it's mostly this feminine here, because see, they were brutalizing the masculines because they didn't want them to come together. So they were trying to, you know, mess with their testosterone and their minds and stuff, so that they wouldn't protect the divine feminine, and so that she could come into this union. They martyred her body. They martyred her. This snake, playing both sides of the coin. But you are conscientious and it's being remembered. Yeah, you might be remembering your knowledge. You're a wholesome person. You're being congratulated. So it could be that you have, these ones were communicating with the dead in competition with you, or perhaps it is the dead that were in competition with you. You know, these ones who don't actually have a light in you. Now, the thing is that I really believe that there was this this curator of vital force. They were exchanging the living for the dead, and the dead could get an opportunity to have a body if they agreed to do what they were told and to try to destroy this divine feminine through, you know, RAPE and, you know, getting them pregnant and then leaving them, or transferring STDs, or just vilifying the energy, you know, with these third-party affairs, you know, getting married or just getting into a relationship and then going and having all these different sexual partners and bringing that energy to her to make her seem like she was foul. But that was their purposeful defilement of the divine feminine, who just wanted to love. All she ever wanted to do was love them. And now they're in despair because they're getting cut off. They will never ever have, they will never get it again. They will never have it. The Most High Divine said, you'll never give it back. They will never get it back. Never again will they experience the love, the nurturing, the kindness, or the wealth and abundance that comes from the divine feminine. They will never, ever get it back. The only way that they could possibly get it back is if they trap it, snare it, kidnap it, you know, do some kind of magic. But right now, the Most High is here and watching everything. Like these ones, every time they do magic, they know they're being surveilled. They're not happy. Justice. Look, we got justice here, and judgment. This is coming down hard. This is coming down hard on them. You know, divine masculine, they're not happy with what these folks did to their reputation. I mean, you know, divine masculine has a specific role when it comes to divine union, and these ones really trashed the minds and the lives of the women and the children, while doing these blood rituals called war for the men, you know? Heinous crimes. Heinous crimes. So, you know, these ancestors were all about shattered dreams, and now their dreams are shattered. Blind spot. They didn't see this coming. They didn't see this coming. They thought for sure that they were going to get your reward and be able to be all cocky and snotty and freaking vain and egotistical and act like, you know, they were better than everybody. And they still are. They're out there wearing their fancy clothes, you know, doing their thing. But there's disappointment here. They're getting left behind because everything they did was seen. The secrets aren't secret anymore. The secrets aren't secret. Justice is here for the explorer. And I feel this is a time traveler that came back specifically to destroy the mother, so that in the future, you know, they could control the wealth by making the Most High see her as just a vile creature. But it was all them. It was just so bad. Look, empty. They could not empty you. This explorer could not empty your cup of love, of care, of a love for life, of a love for yourself. Boy, they, you know, and that, many times, like when I was younger, like the trail, the constant stream of negative self-talk was constant. And I'm certain it's like that for a lot of folks. Well, it's programming. It's not your own thoughts. It's programming meant to drive you into that. So judgment is being called here. You handled yourself perfectly. You did not fall to pieces. You're still whole. We got a Page of Swords, looking for new ways of communicating with this King of Cups, you know, with the Divine Masculine who is love. And justice is being served. They're having anxiety. They're having anxiety. It's like, find a love that you can count on. They don't know what's going to do next, what's coming up next. So you got a celebration here because you're very resilient. Your boundaries are firm. Your faith was tested. You were shown courage, even though somebody broke their promise or somebody's breaking their promise. This one could be the page up here, broke their promise, but you were able to be resilient through that. You've got courage. Your faith is there. Look, these ones who broke their promises, they have to face it. They're guilty. Judgment, justice times 2. There's a celebration here because you survived what they were trying to do to you. They could not eliminate the love in you. I mean, they kept you in solitary confinement, you know. They probably didn't have too many qualms about you having a dog or a rabbit or whatever because those were just animals, right? They underestimated your love for your life. We've got the King of Swords here with mental clarity, and he's wielding his authority. Like he could have survived, and you survived. Like for those who survived, he has mental clarity about this survival of the rabbit hole that these ones tried to stuff you in, and maybe they did, but you crawled out of it. Yeah, look at this. Childish. You survived this childish behavior. You survived this childish behavior. And they're in despair here with the 9 of Swords. They're in despair because you are love. You are love. They couldn't take it out of you. And they broke all their promises with love. They came up and said, oh, I love you. But then they betrayed love and broke the heart and destroyed it. And it made them happy. They did not keep the promises they made regarding love. They broke your heart, but not your spirit. So they're upset because you've got your 9 of Cups. You've got a wish come true. The Queen of Pentacles has her abundance, and she's sharing it. She's providing financially. Lots of opportunities. Lots of choices are here. Reaching. Look, they could be in an illusion. Like they're like wishful thinking. They're like, well, can I have some too? Even though they betrayed love in such a foul manner. So we've got the Magician here, manifesting what? A shift. It's time for those sovereign beings to be known. We got folks looking for an exit plan. It could be that it's time for them to leave. It could be that it's time for the sovereign ones to exit time. Yeah, they're leaving. It's time for the sovereign beings to leave. So these fraudsters, you know, that were trying to vilify, defile, degrade, and that's what this SEX trafficking is all about. It's about defiling and degrading the sovereign beings before the Most High could recognize who they are for what they are. You know, they brutalize them in a filthy manner just so the Most High would reject them. And now they're leaving. They didn't die. They stayed alive, and they continue to love themselves. So it's time for the sovereign beings to leave. I keep hoping I'm going to wake up in another place, you know, where I'm supposed to be, because I'll tell you, I'm ready. So you got these ones who are in despair. They're looking for an exit plan, you know, because they've got a long road to haul alone, alone, alone. And everything's going to be hard. Everything's going to be in ruins. Like there won't be a foundational structure that they can count on. Everything is crumbling. Everything that they built is falling apart, and they're tangled in that web of lies that they burned, or that they made. And we got burned here. They could be struggling because they burned you. They burned love. They tried to put it in hell. And perhaps they even did. And now they want forgiveness for sticking you in the rabbit hole. Hello. They're grieving because they're just a weed seed, and they're going to be, you know, they're chaff. They want to escape. They want to escape. Or you escaped. You were just another notch on the headboard. You know, they betrayed love in the most vile way, but you escaped. And now you get to leave. They're crushed because they got to go deal with those many flames. Or maybe they're crushed because, yeah, all those flames that they betrayed, they're coming at them fiercely in the dark. Oh yeah, they put them in the dark, all right. They betrayed love and innocent sovereign beings who loved them and wanted a life with them. They betrayed them and put them in the dark, and now they are fierce. They're fierce. These ones have to deal with that. They're probably having mental visitors. They could be having visitors in their homes, you know, these unseen visitors. They could be having a lot of problems going on with them right now because of what they have done. They lost. They were playing games with love, but they lost. They lost. And now they're drowning. Now they're drowning. They're going under, man. They're going under. And nothing, there's nothing they can do, you know. So we've got some stuff going on in the astral realms and these other dimensional states. And then you've got this show going on here in the 3D. I try not to get involved with it because it's just a show that's trying to mimic what's already happened there, you know. But it's really quite incredible to watch everybody read their lines. And it's what's even more incredible is to look at the arrogance in their faces. They're holier than thou freaking arrogance. It's sad. It's pretty sickening. So yeah, there's some shifts happening, and of course you've got your actors. You've got the, you got the ones who act as though they're that, but they're just actors. Time traveling actors here to destroy love while they act as though they are that. Yeah, they couldn't empty your vessel. They could not make you leave your body. They could not make you give up your soul. They could not make you stop loving yourself. They're very, very childish. Look, man, we got judgment again. Judgment is out here twice. Justice is out here twice. They're disappointed. They're getting left behind. Everything they did was seen. The secrets are out. The secrets are known. There's a failure. They have failed. They're still playing a script because guess what? There's a lot of people out there that don't know this stuff. You know, all they do is watch the news and they're still hypnotized. So they don't know the truth. And you can't convince them either because it's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is. I mean, remember what you were like before you woke up to all this. You know? Or when you were a child and you were telling your mother or father that you knew this. Or when you were a teen, you know, you knew everything and nobody could tell you any different. And that's kind of like what it is. I mean, if you don't know or you're not aware, it's very difficult. So they could not empty your cup and they're worried here. Judgment is called. You handled yourself perfectly. You did not fall to pieces. courage. You're very courageous. You kept it together. You kept it together. You managed yourself as only a sovereign being could. So you've got youngers here. There's a younger masculine and the King of Cups. So the divine masculine, who is love. Justice is being served. They're having anxiety. So it's like the divine masculine is calling judgment on this childish crap that you had to survive through. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Uncaring entities. I don't know what dimension they came from, but they don't have any empathy. They're just arrogant, cocky. Pride. Pride. So the prideful, their pride is enacting in they got their pride is here. They're having anxiety. There's the celebration because your boundaries are firm and you're courageous. Your faith has been tested and you're weary, you know, you're tired, but you're still there with your empathy. You're still caring, you're still loving, you're still heart open. You're still shining. So these ones, they broke their promises and they have to face it. They are guilty of lying, cheating, stealing, betraying, brutalizing, tormenting. Look, they have no discipline. They have absolutely no discipline. They broke all their promises. So broke your promises are here in the near future. In the environment, there's broke the promises. Everybody knows this. The other day, Spirit said that there were going to be a lot of public announcements in March. There's going to be a lot of things said that I think really there's going to be a lot of things said about this, and it's going to open the minds of a lot of people who weren't aware of this. You know, but again, you've got the real and then you've got the actor, and they're right here, and they call it exact edge definition. It's time for the actors to walk exact edge definitions. So they're mimicking the divine to the best of their ability, and it's great fun for them because they have a microphone, right, and a TV to broadcast it into your living room. And if people, which a lot of the sleepers don't, they don't have the capacity to listen to the divine. So they think that what they see with their eyes is what's happening, right? And they're going to get tricked because they're disconnected. But not everybody sees, you know, an actor in a flesh suit as a hero. Look, you've got your freedom from this. So the King of Swords is here. We've got, in regard, he knows the truth. He has mental clarity about you surviving this childish behavior, and you've got your freedom here from that. They're in despair. They're having trauma because over your love, because they broke all the promises that they made. Every promise that they ever made, they broke. Whoops. Look, and we got fear. Look, they can't deny the fear. They can't deny their fear. So this is going to look crazy because I think that, you know, folks in flesh suits are going to be, you know, they're going to do some dictator stuff, and it's going to look strange. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I think it's going to happen after the split. I mean, these sovereign beings, they're not going to be here for that. It's time for them to leave. And so what's going to be left is those with the microphone and the TVs and everybody who bought into that. At least that's what I'm hoping. I really do believe that there's going to be a timeline bifurcation. There's a split. And those who do these kinds of things, They know that we're near the split. I'm thinking it could happen any day now, any moment. Now, there are those with technologies that can latch on to a frequency and then pull them out. But Spirit showed me like a Brussels sprout stalk, and it had little Brussels sprouts on it. And she pulled one away and it stayed on the table. And then she pulled another one away and it snapped back. So it's like certain frequencies or certain folks are going to be like moved, and certain folks are going to stay. And so, you know, I guess if you are part of the sun and the star and you've already been, you know, claimed as a member of that family, then you're probably, you know, they may pull you away a little bit, but you're going to snap right back. This kind of reminds me of in the astral, I went through a portal once, and I came out and I was like gasping for breath, but I found myself at the top of a spire, you know, like, and when you look up spires, like there's spires in China, there's some spires, I think, in Arizona or whatever, but I think it was China. Anyway, I wound up on the very tippy top of one of these spires, and they were everywhere, and it was weird. And then I woke up and I was here again, you know, so it's kind of strange. And I think that might be what happens. Like, they're going to try to pull you out, and then some of you are just going to snap back and wake up, or maybe be in a different timeline altogether. I don't know, because this particular timeline, I think, is going to have to be purified. They've put too many toxins into it. Surrender. So they're in fear. They can't deny their fear. They broke all their promises regarding love. They're having a nightmare. They're in despair because the wish came true for the divine feminine. She's got her abundance back, everything that belongs to her, because the wealth and the abundance is maternal. She's the one that grows the child, raises the child. She's the one that needs the support here. These masculines were supposed to provide a safe place, you know, for the mother and the child, so that they could move about and provide and receive nurturing without worrying about getting beat up or, you know, RAPE'd and, you know, stolen from or kidnapped or whatever. So, you know, they were having wishful thinking, or maybe they are having wishful thinking. They're reaching out. They want to reach out. We've got surrender. It could be that they want to surrender, but it's a little late, man. I mean, the door is here, and it's everybody made their choice like a year ago, Spirit said, and maybe a year or two. It's like everybody had to choose, and then choices were being made for those who didn't. You know, the sleepers who weren't aware, really. They're just kind of being led around by the nose, running on their program. But their hearts were measured, right? So, you know, the divine's like, okay, you know, and then whatever. So anyway, so there is some action being made right now. It's time for the sovereign beings to leave, and perhaps the sovereign feminines, or, you know, divine feminine and masculine is in all beings. So please do what you need to do with the genders. I'm just saying that because it's got the feminine here, and because it's got the queen here. So, and because the wealth is maternal, and she's the one who actually has the energy to manifest anything. So, and she's balanced. Even after all that brutality, and all of the betrayal, all of the intentional suffering that had been placed upon her, she's still balanced. Why? Because she's the sovereign being. There's a reason why she has the gifts when it comes to creation that she has, you know? She's special. So now those who are bringing adversity, they don't know what to do, right? Because they don't know what to do about your growth. They're in grief. It's like, oh my gosh, somebody said that they shouldn't have twisted you. Like, when you twisted you, like, you became something else. Like, your darkness grew, but then so did your light. So, and you balanced it out. You are here in service. They were envious, even though you were providing them with care. They were forcing you, even though that was what you were here to do. They were envious of that. It's pitiful. But you know, there's a sincere need to trap energy for these ones because they don't have it, and they need the feminine because you know she's got an abundance of it. She's got supernovas going off in her womb whenever she creates life, and that's the energy that they need. In order to fuel their magic and their illusions. A while back, I saw a timeline. I visited a timeline, and it was dark. It was really dark, like this black card. It was really dark, and there were some people there, and I was kind of moving around, and they were told that they weren't supposed to flush the toilet at night. There wasn't enough power to run the lights. There wasn't enough power to run the lights. Like all the star beings and the sun beings had left, and there wasn't enough power to run the lights at night. And I don't know what happened to the sun. Like, is the sun dimmed? I mean, it very well could be somebody's reality. I think that's the reality. They wanted these people in, or they wanted them trapped there so that they could siphon their light. But anyway, I sure hope we leave tonight. I want to go home. Yeah, so this ancestry, whoever this crooked ancestry that was trying to tear apart unions and your union specifically, divine feminine, sovereign beings, star, sun, you know, and the masculine who is a sun, right, or a star. Like, they have those bloody wars, and it's all a ritual to bind the freaking spirit, right, to trap it. You know, thou shalt not kill. Well, they forced people into it, and then yeah, so anyway, there's mercy. There's mercy and a conclusion for those who love themselves, right? And those who did magic on you for your abundance, there's death. They bullied you, saying they were your friends, these prideful people. Yeah. The divine sees you. You're seen. You have been identified and accepted. Triumph. So this ancestry was all about shattering dreams regarding domestic harmony and happiness for the family. Their job was to destroy sovereign family unions. They got caught up in a whirlwind. They didn't see this coming. They're under judgment here. You won. They're under judgment because you gained a victory. You did not quit. So they're disappointed and they want to escape. Everything that they did is now seen. There's no secrets here because they failed. They failed to destroy you. So everything that they did is recorded. It's recorded in your memory, in your Akashic. All of the natural disasters, yeah, they failed. And now now it's their turn to go. They're at risk. They're in deep risk. We've got judgment out here twice. We've got justice out here twice. For this explorer, they could not empty your vessel. They could not empty your vessel. They could not kick you out of your flesh suit. They could not, yeah, look at that. They're worried. They're worried because they're getting confined. Judgment, judgment, justice, justice. They're losing their freedom. And they could be worried because of all those other people that they have unfreedomed, you know, all those lights, all those many flames that they put into darkness. Family. Family, you are loved. You handled yourself perfectly. You didn't go to pieces. You are very courageous, and you are here with your family. You're going home. So you've been reunited, and it's about time for you to leave. So you've got this Page of Swords here, the youngers that were trained to do this. They're trying to figure out how to talk to this King of Cups, the Divine Masculine, who is love. Justice is being served. They're having anxiety because they're prideful. They're prideful. They're too full of themselves. And they're being cast away. They're being cast away. They're not going to take advantage of the nurturing or the benefit or anything that this Divine Feminine provides, financially or any other way. There is a celebration here because there's courage and persistence and resilience. And because there is courage and resilience, all of those who broke their promises have to face it. They are guilty. They don't have any discipline. They didn't learn anything except how to be cruel and screw people over. The King of Swords is here with clarity regarding surviving this childish behavior, and you've got your freedom there. And it could be that he has gained his freedom because he survived the childish behavior. Take it as it resonates. I really believe that the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine both were attacked hard. Hard, man. Chemically. So with the food substances, all the food has been tainted. Energetically, we were defiled and degraded. Physically, you know, we were beaten and pulverized and left unstable without friends or a support system. And some people actually got it worse. As bad as it was, many people got it worse. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. So, yeah, King of Swords has clarity. He survived this childish behavior and is free, very calm, inner peace. And these ones that were trying to destroy unions based on the teachings of this ancestry, they're in fear and anxiety over love because they broke all the promises they made to love. They broke people's hearts. They tried to break their spirit. They wanted to feed their soul to this black hole for profit. They can't deny their fear. They thought it was a great idea. It was a great idea. They're afraid because you've got your wish come true, and the Divine Feminine has what she has, what belongs to her, and they are having wishful thinking. They're thinking if they can surrender, maybe they can reconnect, right? So they're like, okay, I'll surrender. And then maybe we can reconnect. But this is a fraud. This is a mask wearer. They don't even know who they are. This is an act. They're just trying to figure out how they can get out of this. So they're pretending. So you're manifesting right now. It's time for the sovereign beings to leave. They are in balance and they're leaving here. They can't rob you. They're not going to be able to rob you of your life, of your love, of your future. You're leaving. And you're going to get your new family tree. Blessings, luck, reward for what you have gone through, for what you survived. And these ones who cursed you, they want to compromise. It's like, dude, you've got to wear your own shit. This belongs to you. I'm not taking that gift. Are you kidding me? They stubbornly dominated you with this conflict. They drove people into traumatic ends, into darkness, into suffering. It was their job to FUCK the world over, and now they're having withdrawals. They're having withdrawals because they're addicted to the gift. They're being rejected by the gift. They can't have your energy anymore. They're lonely and sick, and they're getting ready because they're bound to their commitment. So they got to get ready now. They're all up in their head. It was all a daydream. They worked hard on a freaking illusion, on a fantasy that was never going to work. Because you persevered, and you have that in you. You're a sovereign being. They don't know what to do. They're worried. They're overloaded, overwhelmed, and it's time for them to experience loss. Because you survived. You're coming into your real estate, your mega projects, and that's your fate that they wanted. And that's good news. You're all relaxed, and you care about families, and family care about you. So the true divine, you've reached your goal, your promise. And you're going to get a new job too. And this coach here that was teaching people how to be third-party enemies, they're being stopped. So you're having sweet dreams, and they're in danger here because of everything they did in the history. They're stressed out. They could be praying for forgiveness, but justice is happening, and they're afraid. The law of cause and effect. I don't think they believed in God. I don't think they believed that, this would ever happen. I think that they've been getting away with this for so very long that they absolutely never thought that this would occur. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope that it clarifies something that you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.